You think no matter what this amount shakes out to, if any amount, the industry is going to remain under pressure, right?
Right, for a year. Everybody's going to take whatever is decided in Oklahoma and multiply it by 50, which is probably the wrong way to do it, and then come up with some sort of settlement. But we've got numerous other cases working their way through the courts in different states.
So we've also heard numbers that sort of say, look at what happened with the landmark tobacco rulings in the 90s. We could see something like this to the effect of multi-billion dollars. How are we going to know which path or if all of those paths we're heading down?
I think it's going to be time. I think we need to see a bunch of cases settled first. And then I'd also add Merck's Vioxx 1 decade ago, too, is another precedent here that somewhere between Vioxx and tobacco is probably where this shakes out.
Do you think it's smart for J&J to fight this one in Oklahoma instead of settling like the other companies did?
Well, it's a tough call because I don't have all the data that they have. So I don't think they like being called the drug kingpin. So perhaps, they'd rather stem it here. Of course, if they lose, that's a black mark for them. And they're already taking a lot of punishment in terms of the court of public opinion.
What would you do with the stocks?
We don't own any of them, including the distributors, for both opioid reasons and because, quite frankly, healthcare in general is going to be under pressure until we have a Democratic nominee in a couple of months. So there's no reason to rush in here and be a hero. There may be a relief rally, in J&J if there's nothing, or if it's not as bad, if it's not the billion-dollar mark that we've heard. But for the next 6 months, I think at least healthcare in general is going to be in a holding pattern, and anything associated with opioids is still tarred with, a brush.
And Meg, do you think Les is right that this case will serve as a template for what we might then see in the rest of the states?
Well, certainly that's what Wall Street thinks, Kelly. The J&J wouldn't like for Wall Street to think that, and other companies argue that this isn't a good template case. They argue the public nuisance laws here are different from other states, so you can't translate it into other cases. And we are going to see a massive federal case consolidating more than 2,000 lawsuits from states and cities. That's been consolidated in federal court in Ohio. That first trial is going to start in October. And the judge there is really pushing hard toward a master settlement. But whether all these companies can come together and reach one is an open question right now.